But the business model was always elusive to us. We tried online photo finishing just before just about anybody else. We had a online presence. We didn't do well at that, right? Yeah. Instagram all of a sudden comes along and it's successful. I think we didn't read the new marketplace, and we didn't read how consumers were changing their relationship to photographs. We were used to people memorializing events that they valued with a photograph. But now it became a way to share an experience, to share a moment instantly with your friend or relative. And the quality didn't matter. It was the timeliness of sharing. Yeah. And so all of a sudden, the whole nature of photography, that is the growth in photography. I'm sure those memorializing events still existed, but the big growth came from sharing these moments instantaneously with your friends and family. And so these are things that changed the whole very nature of the business we were in. That was hard to predict, in the early phases.
I think Steven said something that killed my whole argument right now. Steven, you just killed my argument, and you say that you didn't.
What did I do?
You said we didn't read the customs. We didn't read what people wanted. We didn't read, and that is actually your point. So that means I'm wrong.
Well, no, I mean, let's put it this way. At the end of the day, in a way, your argument that you used was, as I call it, I define it as your interpretation of the coup de grace. However, Eastman Kodak as a company will still survive because it has thousands, I mean, millions of projects with the military, with, they even do infrared. I mean, X-ray machines depend on Kodak. Glasses that Mr. Steven is wearing is probably made by Kodak.
Yeah, Kodak has a big divisions in lenses.
It's amazing. I mean, the next step maybe is probably solar photovoltaic panels or something. I don't know, but Kodak will be involved in something or rather in licensing it now because unfortunately it became such a huge corporate monolith, and that's the problem with corporate entities. They look to their shareholders, not the future, like mankind's evolution. So here we are.
Well, all I can say is that if you get your person from Fuji, for example, on your show,
I'm going to try. I'm really going to try.
Fundamentally decided they took a different way, and that was they went to the technology they understood.
Yeah.
They largely leveraged a lot of their coding technologies into LCD displays and things like that. Yeah. That were probably allowed them to continue on at a bit of a more of a successful level, even though they're still engaged with digital photography. Kodak, I think Fuji has a line of DSLR cameras or mirrorless cameras now. I wonder how much money they make off of them, to be honest with you. I doubt if they're it's probably a legacy product, rather.
Yes.
Being supported by people who are passionate about that rather than a moneymaker. But they decided to go kind of a different way, and I think they were, a bit more successful in that regard. Yeah. Kodak ended up selling off a lot of big elements of their business, especially after they went through bankruptcy. But they sort of had to do that in order to survive for business. And those other businesses are actually doing fairly well. I mentioned Alaris before, that's doing the key business. They're quite big in Europe. I'm sure they're big in England as well. If you go in
Not
there,
for long.
Yeah, I'm always amazed at how long prints are lasting as long as they are. I've always thought that prints would largely...
It's because Europeans are long-lived, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I noticed in Europe it's a lot bigger deal than it is in the U.S.
I know. Some of us are quite archaic, Steven.
Yeah, it's just a cultural thing, that's all I can say.
I have to ask you something.
If you want some more of this, subscribe. If you like it, press like. But we prefer if you subscribe. All right? And plus, on top of that, if you don't want him in the country anymore, definitely subscribe.
Yeah.